going? I'm Brian Cochran.
Hey, Brian.
First and foremost, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's an honor.
Pleasure to meet you.
The question I had for you is aside from your successful music career, I know you're a huge and large supporter of environmental concerns, and I guess my question for you is on your travels or during your travels and touring or in your music career, what things have concerned you most as far as environmental impacts?
Well, excellent question. You know, when you go to some of these huge cities across the world, and I don't mean to, degrade any city because circumstances are what they are in certain places. But for instance, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Mexico City, and other places, India. I've been to cities there where there's just the worst pollution you can imagine in the waterways, in the streams. That they don't have the regulations that we have here in this country. If they have a EPA, it's not really functioning like perhaps it should. But these are also economic issues, and it's not like you can just wave a wand or put some kind of regulatory commission in place and make all of that go away. They're social issues, they're economic issues, but I can tell you, it breaks your heart to see some of this negative impact that we have in some cases very pristine places. Rio de Janeiro has a lot of problems here and there in this incredibly beautiful setting. So those are the impacts that I see that I wish so much we could change, and hopefully we will.
Okay. I do appreciate that.
You bet.
Chuck, my name is Matt Odom, and my question is, as a co-founder of the Mother Nature Network, what advice would you give to younger kids on the idea of conserving our natural resources?
Well, I think in most cases the younger kids are more in tune than the adults are these days because, they're getting this information very early, which is a wonderful thing through the educational system. But there's a few things I guess I would comment on. From being a tree farmer, we all know the old adage about little Johnny doesn't realize that milk doesn't come from the corner store, it comes from a cow. Well, furniture and materials to build homes and schools and churches and materials to make books and magazines and newspapers and that beautiful bowl on this table, that comes from the forest. And so in an effort to help children understand this, I did a book called The Tree Farmer, story of a grandson who goes visit his grandfather's tree farm for the first time, and the grandfather kind of leads him through the forest and explains things to him. And so I think it's important to know where these resources come from and what resources are finite, like our fossil fuel resources, and what resources are renewable, like trees and like wind energy and solar energy. But I think they are getting good information in the educational system. I will mention one other thing. There's a great organization has a program called Project Learning Tree, and this is run by the American Forest Foundation. And Project Learning Tree targets everything from kindergarten up till about, I think, 8th or 9th grade. And they have a wonderful system where they bring outdoor issues into the classroom so that students, and sometimes they get to go on field trips and actually get in the woods, which is even better. But at least it brings these issues into the classroom. It helps the educators, the teachers, understand how to present these issues to our children. But I think there's no more important thing that we can do to help get this planet back in the right direction than to target the children. No doubt about it.
I agree completely.
Great question.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.